Let's talk about something that hits every man at least once. When a woman starts to pull back emotionally, you know that moment when everything seemed to be going well, and then out of nowhere, her texts slow down, her energy changes, and you're left wondering what went wrong. But here's the truth most people never say out loud. This isn't random. It's not just bad timing or mood swings. It's a shift, a silent test. And if you don't understand what's really happening beneath the surface, you're going to respond in all the wrong ways. Panic, over-explain, overgive. And that's how most men lose her. Not because they weren't good enough, but because they reacted instead of responding. So in this video, I want to show you the truth behind her emotional distance, and more importantly, how to stay in your power when it happens. Because the man who stays calm when she pulls away, he becomes unforgettable. Point 1. She pulls back when she feels you're getting too predictable. It's not about you being boring, it's about you becoming too certain, too available, too easy to read. Early on, mystery fuels attraction, not deception, but unpredictability. When you're no longer a challenge, she stops leaning forward. That's when she subconsciously starts pulling back. Not to hurt you, but to see if the tension, the spark, the curiosity is still alive. So if she senses that she already knows what you'll do, say, or feel, the movie ends early. You've got to stay dynamic, stay grounded, not perform, but evolve. Because once she feels she's figured you out completely, desire quietly walks out the back door. Point 2. Her silence is meant to reveal your depth, not destroy you. When she goes quiet, it's not always rejection. Sometimes it's an unspoken invitation, a space being created, not to push you away, but to see who you are when she's not filling the air. Most guys rush to fill the silence, but silence reveals character. It shows whether your confidence was rooted in her attention or in your presence. If you get loud, emotional, or chase harder, it tells her your strength was conditional. But if you stay calm, centered, focused on your life, it tells her you're a man who leads even in uncertainty. And that energy, it's magnetic. Point 3. The pullback is a mirror, not a message. Most men make the mistake of taking her distance personally. But often, her pullback has more to do with herself than with you. It could be fear of vulnerability, a trauma response, a need to feel independent. But when you respond by blaming yourself, chasing harder, or demanding clarity, you stop leading. Instead, take a breath. Use the space to reflect. What part of you feels shaken by her distance? What story are you telling yourself? A strong man doesn't let her emotions write his script. He uses the mirror to grow, not collapse. Point 4. Your reaction teaches her what you truly value. The moment she shifts, your response is everything. If you start begging for reassurance, explaining yourself, or proving your worth, you've just revealed what you value more than anything: her validation. But if you respond with composure, not coldness, but quiet strength, you show that you value your peace, your standards, your self-respect. Women don't test to manipulate, they test to see who's really under the surface. So when she pulls back, don't prove your love, prove your calm. That's what separates a man she respects from a man she forgets. Point 5. Distance is the gateway to polarity. Every magnetic connection has polarity, tension between masculine and feminine energy. But when you over-pursue, over-explain, or over-apologize, you collapse that polarity. You step out of your grounded masculine and into neediness. And when that happens, she has no choice but to step into the masculine role, emotionally leading, holding the space, deciding where the relationship is going. But when you pull back with grace, not to punish her, but to reset the energy, you allow the polarity to realign. She relaxes into her femininity, you return to your center, and the dance continues, naturally. Point 6. When she can't predict you, she can't stop thinking about you. It's not games, it's emotional tension. Women are drawn to men who don't give them the full script. When you're not reacting like every other guy, when you don't send 3 texts when she ignores one, you create emotional contrast, and contrast creates curiosity. When she doesn't know if you'll chase or stay still, if you'll fold or rise, she starts thinking, obsessing, wondering, and that wondering, that's the foundation of desire. Predictability feels safe, but unpredictability creates pull, not chaos. Just a man who stays in control of himself. Point 7. Pulling away is her way of asking, are you still that man? In the beginning, you were focused, you had standards, a life, a purpose, and that's what pulled her in. But somewhere along the way, if you stopped chasing your goals, stopped leading your life, and started orbiting around her, she feels it, and that's when the pullback comes. Not to punish you, but to wake you up. She wants to see if you're still that man she first respected, and if you return to that energy, not for her, but for you, she'll feel the shift before you even speak. The man she's drawn to isn't the one who needs her, it's the one who remembers who he is without her. Point 8. The man who doesn't flinch becomes the plot twist. Here's the truth. Most guys follow the same script when a woman pulls away. They get desperate, overreact, and try to win her back. But the man who doesn't flinch becomes the one she didn't see coming. He doesn't chase, he doesn't beg. He upgrades his life, his energy, and his presence quietly. And that shift, it interrupts her story. Suddenly, she's not sure anymore. She thought she had him figured out, but now he feels different, stronger, lighter, unavailable in the most grounded way. And that feeling, it haunts her. Because the plot twist she didn't expect is the man she might not get back. So when she pulls away, don't panic, don't perform, don't chase, lead, hold your frame, let her feel the space and let that space remind her of what she's walking away from. Because the man who stays grounded when everything feels uncertain, he's the one she can't replace. If you've ever been through this, drop the word unshakable in the comments. Let her pull back while you rise. And if you're going through it now, remember this, you're not losing her. You're finding you again.